Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm very grateful to be back today. I'm battling a bit with new software, a new phone, etc., but I'll get there. I just want to thank you all for your support and your patience while I'm getting my electronics sorted out. Anyway, today we are going to be discussing a very serious subject, one that can potentially turn into a major drama, not only for Harry and Meghan, but also for the royal family as a whole. And that is, of course, the allegations made against Meghan for bullying her staff. All right, my first question would be, are Meghan and Harry going to sue the Times now? In my opinion, the allegations about Meghan abusing staff are far more serious than the letter to her father. And also, it is my opinion that if they do sue, they may very well be misunderstood, but if they don't, that will be equal to admitting guilt. However, we also read that the palace has now issued a statement and said that they will look into the allegations. And just a word of caution, no amount of denial will make this go away. Even if the palace compensates the staff and compensate them so well that they remain quiet. This will be a matter which needs to be resolved one way or the other, as Meghan and Harry's behavior and actions are now affecting everything. Our respect for the royal family overall, and it is causing a serious division between people who would otherwise probably have gotten along just fine. And here the Mexiteers and the Sussex squad are prime examples. On a personal level, we may all have gotten along just fine. However, Meghan has created this war, this division between mostly women, and it is one that has been ongoing since she stepped a foot into Buckingham Palace. In any event, regardless of what the outcome of this investigation, justice needs to be done. And this time, justice needs to be done openly so it can be seen. So let us talk about justice for a moment. Does Meghan Markle deserve to be treated fairly? And does she deserve justice if she was wronged in any way? Of course she does, but the abused staff at Kensington Palace deserve justice too. Of course, Twitter and the media wars have now started in full force. Meghan, as well as staff, are being badmouthed everywhere, on Twitter, on Quora, on Facebook, on Instagram. But we should rather concentrate on who the real culprit is and who should shoulder the blame here and who should take responsibility for this. Yes, Meghan's lawyers are saying that she never bullied her staff and that she never would, as she was bullied herself. So, okay, that's a fairly strong statement. So let us investigate and see whether there is any truth in that statement. First question I'm going to ask is, was Meghan bullied as a child, or was she the mean one? I could not find any evidence or reference about Meghan being bullied as a younger child. However, I did find quite a few stories about Meghan being manipulative, demanding, and a snitch as a child. Although many stories have been deleted and contradicted on the internet, there are parts of Samantha's book which clearly indicates that Meghan was indeed a manipulative little kid, and one who liked to snitch on her brothers and sisters. Was Meghan bullied as a teenager, or was she the mean one? In high school, Meghan was often seen as fake and too perfect by classmates. However, there is no indication that she was ever bullied. As a matter of fact, both schools she attended denied that there were ever incidents of racism, as Meghan was never the only biracial or black kid in the school. Both schools were attended by children from different ethnic groups and from upper middle class to rich backgrounds. However, it is when Meghan was in high school that the first stories of bullying arose, and not about Meghan Markle being bullied, but instead about her being the bully. One particular story stuck in my mind. Thomas Markle, as a lighting director, always offered to help with the stage production of plays at Meghan's school. Meghan tried out for the main part in one of these plays. She did not get it, although she did get another role. Already not happy, she got into an argument with another girl and stormed off. She then insisted that Thomas Markle do the same, and when he refused, she did not speak to him for weeks. Now, what is this other than bullying? Next question. Was she bullied at university? No. On the contrary, she was immediately accepted into a sorority, and from there on, there is every indication that she was the one doing the bullying, as we learned when the story about the hazing incident broke. Was Meghan bullied after university and in her adult working life? I cannot find a single reference from anyone or Meghan herself that she was ever bullied in her adult working life. On the contrary, I found a number of stories where she acted like a diva and bullied others. And to illustrate this, I shall read you comments made by photographer Tommy Mendes and photographer-director Jean Malik. Jean Malik directed what was called Fashion Conversation with Meghan Markle for a Reitmans or Reitmans advert. At some point, Jean Malik tweeted, "She is definitely the meanest person I have met in my life. Just saying." Tommy Mendes took photographs of Meghan for a 2015 shoot in New York for fashion and beauty website, and he said that she acted like a diva. Comments made by these two photographers included the following. Arriving with an entourage of 12, she had an attitude. How she talked to people, all the rules she had. She was easy to shoot, but after the camera stopped, she was not the most friendly. She demanded a certain type of flower. You couldn't film her while she was getting her makeup on. She wanted a certain brand of champagne. And then one of them said, "One of my team members is the nicest guy, and he was traumatized by the end of it because she was so mean. She was very high maintenance and rude." And then we only need to look at some of the stories which came from the palace, but before these allegations of bullying were made. Remember the argument about the tiara for the wedding? Angela Kelly, the Queen's dresser, was treated appallingly by Meghan and Harry and was bullied until the Queen stepped in and said that Meghan will take the tiara she's given or one of those offered to her. Then it has also come to light that one of the arguments between Meghan and staff was about freebie designer clothes, and that although she was diplomatically informed that it was not allowed for royal family members to receive such gifts, she refused to listen, yelled and screamed, and said that she will do what she wants to. It is thus my opinion and my conclusion that Meghan Markle is capable of bullying, and that she did indeed treat staff badly, and that there should be repercussions and actions taken. But let us not stop there. Let's talk about justice a bit more. What about the $200,000 transferred from the Royal Foundation to Travelist? Thus, money, donations, transferred from a charity to a business. When is this going to be investigated? Where is the justice for those who donated in good faith that the money will go to good causes? Where is the justice for those in need? Where is the justice for Meghan's father, the man who brought her up, and who did so often on his own when her mother was off, either in jail or on one of her hippie jaunts, or having kinky group sexcapades? Where is the justice for the rest of the Markle family, in particular her Uncle Mike, who was kind enough to help her get the internship in Argentina, or the sister who is currently disabled but who supported her as a child and even into adulthood? The sister and brother she wanted her father to write off as a condition of him attending her wedding. What would one call that? Isn't that bullying? Where is the justice for the Ragland family, her African American family whom she ghosted, regardless of the fact that none of them had ever done her any harm? Where is the justice for her ex-husband Trevor Ingleson, whom she ditched once she was into the second season of Suits? She did not even have the decency to have a sit-down with him, but instead she mailed his ring back. And by the way, while we're on this subject, Samantha Markle was wrong in her book. Trevor Ingleson and Nanaki Priddy did not have an affair. But of course, that is what Meghan as an excuse for her own behavior. And you may be questioning how I know this for a fact. Well, I had this tidbit from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So what is that other than bullying? Bullying her ex-husband and best friend by spreading false accusations to cover up her own bad behavior. Where is the justice for the dog she abandoned in Canada? Where is the justice for the elephant sanctuary who did not receive the $3 million donated by Disney? When will this be investigated? And when will justice be done in this regard? Where is the justice for the British people whom both Meghan and Harry slandered by calling them racist, for example? The same people whose tax money paid for their lavish wedding. Where is the justice for Princess Diana, whose name and reputation is now being dragged into Harry and Meghan's drama, whose name is being used by them as an excuse for them ditching Britain and their duties? Princess Diana, whose legacy is now being used by them to make money. For example, Harry being paid $500,000 to speak at the JP Morgan summit, where all he could bring to the table was to talk about his mother. How about justice for William, Catherine and their children? All of them have been severely abused and slandered by Meghan and Harry fans, aka the Sussex Squad. Yet not once has either Meghan nor Harry spoken up against this. Instead, they actually called one of the squad members and personally thanked her for her support. Remember the rumor Meghan started about an affair between William and Rose Hanbury? And then she even tried to blame it on Victoria Beckham. What is that but bullying in the worst degree? And how about the Queen and Prince Philip, 95 and 99 years old, Don't they deserve justice after being slandered and abused by Meghan and Harry's actions and behavior? People, I know there are many other things which are being used as excuses, one of which I heard was, well, why is Andrew not being outed? Why is Andrew not being investigated? Well, the main difference is that Andrew's friendship with Mr. E is a matter for the police and the FBI and not for the royal family. So that is not an excuse. In any event, this cannot continue. Harry and Meghan are preaching about mental health. However, they are currently the celebrities causing the biggest issue as far as mental health is concerned. Like I said, they causing a division between people who would, under normal circumstances, probably have gotten along just fine. Can you guys imagine how upset the Queen, Prince Philip, even Prince Charles, William, and Catherine must be by all these allegations? So what about their mental health? This cannot continue or be allowed to continue. And I personally do not have the answers. The only thing I can think of to do is to strip these two of their titles. And in the past, I thought it would be okay for them just to be stripped of their Duke and Duchess and Earl titles. But at the moment, I think it would be best if Harry is also stripped of his Prince title and him no longer being a prince and no longer being in the line of succession. And while we're at it, I personally see Harry Windsor or Harry Mountbatten Windsor or Harry Wales, whatever he prefers to call himself, I personally see him as a traitor. He's a traitor to his country, he's a traitor to Her Majesty the Queen, and seeing that he didn't give proper notice, I also consider him to be AWOL from his military duties. So people, these are my feelings, and as you can probably hear, I do get rather emotional about this. And the reason for that is I had spent most of my life defending the royal family, and I really feel that it's their turn now. It's their turn to protect their citizens and the people of the Commonwealth. And I honestly call on them to act now. Act now. Get the assistance from your Parliament, Your Majesty, and act now before it is too late. Okay, my friends, on this note, I'm going to thank you once again for sticking with me to the end. I hope you're all healthy and well. I'm begging you to take care of yourselves so I can welcome you back on the next video. Until then, bye.